This screencast is to teach you how to set up your Leading Edge Digital Educator portfolio. When you are at the LEC for the Digital Educator Weebly site or the textbook, go to the tab number 8, Part B or Section B, where it says Portfolio. In the first paragraph, you will see that it says LEC Portfolio. Go ahead and click on that hyperlink. And if you are already signed into your Google account, then you will see that, or if you are not signed into your Google account, either way you need to click on Use Template in the upper right hand corner. If you're signed into your Google account, it will take you immediately to this page. If you are not, you need to sign in to your Google account, and then you will arrive at this page. From here, you will see that LEC for the Digital Educator Portfolio template is already in red. You are going to come down to Name Your Site. Name it with your last name, LECDE Portfolio. Now, I already have one of these, so I'm going to add the number 1. You would not add the number 1 at the end of yours. If you are using a regular, standard Gmail user account, you will have to enter some sort of CAPTCHA at the very bottom. If you're using a Google Apps for Education account, it's possible that you won't be asked to enter that code. So don't worry. If it asks you, do it. If it doesn't, then don't. And at the top, you're going to click Create. You'll see it says Creating Your Site up here at the bottom. It'll take a little bit of time, but once it does that, it will create a direct replication of that particular Google site. And you see that my title is right here. So I am signed in, and I know that I'm signed in and that I have editing privileges because this white box at the top is here, and it gives me the options of Edit Page, New Page, a More button, which lists a lot of different options, and then also the ability to share. The default for Google Sites is that they are public on the web. You want to keep it that way in order for your portfolio reviewers to see it later. The More tab mostly covers information or covers things that you might want to do across the entire site. And most of the time you will not be using this except in one particular situation. So from here, it's pretty straightforward. When I click on the Edit Page button, it brings up a very familiar text formatting toolbar, as well as some other menus up at the top. When you are ready to start your portfolio, you want to read the directions on each of the portfolio sites and follow those directions. So for the home page, you want to use this space to identify the purpose, the audience, and the contents. Add photos and other elements that introduce you to the reader. So once you've done that, you're going to delete all of this and enter as appropriate. Make sure that you click Save at the end of every time that you enter anything on a Google page before you go to the next page. If you want to enter any photos, that's where you will come up to the Insert button, and you can click on Image, and it will allow you to upload an image or use a URL address to get an image from the web. I'm going to click Cancel because I want to keep those instructions here. The next page is your resume and or vita and bio. When you click on that, you still have the Edit button up here. You can click on Edit, and this is an optional component. So if you want to put something in here, you can, but if you choose not to, make sure to delete the page from your site. And the way that you do that is by, again, this is the one situation in which you would be changing the structure of the site itself. You would go to More, Delete Page. And once you do that, you can delete your page. I'm going to take you through one of the modules to give you an example of what you will do, or one of these subpages. You'll notice that each of these subpages represent one module from the Digital Educator curriculum. And from here, you will click on the next page, Introduction. This hyperlink leads you directly back to the Weebly page and what was required for that particular assignment. You will click Edit. You can delete this or not. Insert Document. Since you created all of your lesson plans in Google Docs, you will be able to easily import and embed that document. When you click on Document, you should be able to search for your Module 1. You click on your Module 1 when you find it, you click Select, you choose if you want a border, if you want the title, you click Save. I like to center things, you don't have to. You can choose whatever formatting you want. And you will see that when you are in edit mode, it will always show up as a gray box. Don't worry about that, because once you click Save, it will in fact be embedded directly into the site. So this is just a Google Doc that people can scroll through as they are on each of the pages for your site. In addition to that, there is a reflection. This reflection will be about that particular module, and in some cases you will be copying and pasting the reflection from your actual reflection assignment during the course of your time with Digital Educator, or if you find that that reflection is not the same or not representative of how you currently feel about that particular module. If you've had other thoughts about it later, then feel free to edit that reflection and add that piece right after this. This is expected mostly to just be a straight text information piece of it that you would want people to know about your feelings about this module and your growth in this module as you went through it. Many people use the LEC portfolios, whether it's for online and blended learning or for administrator, in future interviews, or to share some information about their digital presence. And so keep that in mind when inserting information, particularly with your resume and the homepage, as well as the reflections that this will be a website that you potentially use in the future. Or at least that's the intent and that's the hope. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to contact any of your facilitators, and best of luck, and hope to see you online sometime. Thank you.